Noisy. They're real good at drowning me out. On behalf of the entire commemorative Air Force, and especially the B-29, B-24 squadron, we thank you for coming out and flying with us today. Your donation is what helps keep us flying. We estimate it costs us about $11,000 an hour to fly FiFi, so you can see it's incredibly expensive to keep it going. A couple of questions I have to ask you for the legal department, so to say, is you all remember you signed a hold harmless agreement, and you understand that this airplane is categorized as what they call experimental. It was built for combat to go to war. It's not, you know, your father's Buick, not like a Boeing 767 or something today. There's no coffee, tea, or meat today. We do have earplugs if you want them. Ask a crew member. You can use them if you like. You don't have to. We also have 6-sacks. Vomit is corrosive to the airplane, so if you don't feel well, please use a 6-sack. And Phil's policy is the first guy to puke in the airplane, he'll make you clean the whole airplane. You don't want to do that. The flight will be about 30 minutes. You cannot go through the tunnel in the air unless we direct you to, if it's an emergency. Otherwise, do not go through the tunnel. You can stick your camera or whatever up there, take all the pictures you want, but please do not crawl up into the tunnel. Those of you in the back have to stay in the back. Those of you in the front have to stay in the back. As I mentioned earlier, when we get back on the ground, you can go crawl through the various, you know, the other compartment, take a look if you like. While you're up there today, one thing we ask you remember, think about is the fellows in the war that paid the ultimate price and never made it back home. Think of those young guys, you know, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old. And the men and women that stayed at home that couldn't go to combat for whatever reason, but they built these airplanes and the machinery that help us fight the fight and keep our freedom, which we enjoy today. The number one name of the game today is safety. If at any time you see something you're not sure of, oil, smoke, fire, hydraulic fluid, if you're not sure, grab a crew member, yank on their sleeve, because we have headsets on, and point, okay? And take care of it there. Once we give you the signal to get up, you can get up and move about your area. Those of you in the front, you can come up right behind Matt and I, take pictures. You can use flash, video, whatever, the whole thing. I recommend you do override with a flash, because if you don't on a still picture, you'll get a bunch of white through the window and dark in the cockpit, so you want that nice contrast. You can see everything. My bombardier, that is your seat for the entire flight. That's Charlie, right? You're the bombardier. That's your seat. You don't get out of it. Those of you in the back, once you get the signal to get up, you can go up and go all the way to the rear of the airplane for the tail gunner position if you like. It does get a little bit claustrophobic and narrow back there. And we do have a full flight today, so if you do go back there, please be cognizant of your fellow riders today. Just about 2-3 minutes, okay? So everybody gets a chance to do that. Once you get into your compartment, we'll have the crew member point out some safety features, fire extinguishers, crash ads, things like that. And other than that, as I mentioned, or I didn't, not you, I'm sorry, about 99% of us in the commemorative Air Force are volunteers. We do have some paid professional mechanics that help us keep this airplane going. It is a continuous thing, so once again, we thank you for contributing and helping us to keep them flying. The flight will be about 30 minutes. Do we have any veterans here? Anybody that served? What did you do, sir?
Army.
Wonderful. Sir?
Air Force.
Thank you.
Army.
Thank you. Thank you, fellas. That's why we do this. So, and remember, think about the fellas, what it must have been like back during the war. As I mentioned, most of us are volunteers. My name's Paul Stoikoff. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
I'm Matt Young, and I'm from Silent Springs, Arkansas.
Phil Padron, Denton, Texas.
Max Rawlings, right scanner, Utah.
Chance Bowman, St. Louis, and I'll be your aft scanner. I'm Brady Allen from Dallas, Texas. I'll be your left scanner.
All right. Once you get the signal that you can get up and move around, please be careful. It is an ex-military aircraft, a lot of sharp edges and things like that. You notice most of us have little nicks and scratches in our flight suits and oil and stuff. If you see a cable or a wire, do not grab that, because at that point you're flying the airplane and not Matt, and he doesn't like that. Okay? If we don't have any questions, like I said, about 30 minutes, it's a phenomenal day to go flying. The visibility is incredible. You'll be able to see New York City out there in the skyline. And just think, you're the only folks today in the entire country who are taking a ride in a B-29. Thank you, folks. Let's load up and have fun if I have no questions.
Everyone with gunner on their name tag, if they want to follow me.
Just the flight observer.
So you'll want to make sure that you're not grabbing onto any of the cables.
It's all mechanical linkage, so you pull on a cable, it moves
Something
the flight
moves.
control.
Yeah.
The wires, there's plenty of wire bundles hanging around in there. Same deal there. There are ropes hanging from the ceiling. Usually they're colored, but any rope that's hanging from the ceiling is a safe bet. That's it. Yep. There's some ropes up there, and those will be easily accessible for climbing up into it. You need an extra handle. Once you're inside, we'll provide you earplugs if necessary. It's tolerable without them, but it's a 30-minute flight, so if it's kind of droning on, feel free to get some earplugs. And then 6 sacks. Occasionally, everyone will get a little queasy. It's a pretty smooth flight since the aircraft's fairly large, but if you do have any kind of nausea, feel free to ask for a 6 sack. You are allowed to crawl back to the tail gunner's compartment. We'll do one at a time back there. It's fairly narrow and a little bit of an awkward stretch back there, so if you're not feeling too comfortable, I wouldn't recommend it just because it's hard to turn around in there. And if you see, there's the overhead escape hatch. We'll always use the entrance and exit that we climb in on, but in the case of an emergency, we do have that emergency escape hatch, and that does stay open in flight. So it's really good for taking pictures out of. However, if you get too close, it'll suck anything right out. Glasses, hat, camera, all the above. No, you won't fit through there.
Parts of you will.
The air will be moving at about 200 miles an hour just past the window, so it'll catch it and it'll be gone forever.
Yeah.
And then the other escapes will be the absolute last one we want to use would be the tail gunner's window in the back. It's fairly small. There were small guys back there. But we also have the blister windows that can be punched out, and then the bomb bows are really good exit as well. And we just have to inform you guys of all that.
Perfect. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
That's right on through.
Now, did you get to sneak on board?
I jumped on board first.
Looks like this used to be a turret.
We're going through here.
This used to be a...
It did.
It used to be a turret.
It did.
Thank
If you want earplugs, you're welcome to those.
Wow. That was exceedingly cool. So first, thank you. Holy cow.
Just walk around that instead of over it.
Yep.
And if you want to sit up in the front and step clear down in the hole and then pull the seat back up, you can sit on it.
That is incredible. So would the bombardier have ridden here the entire flight, or was this just where he would, when it was time to do business?
Well, he likely would have ridden there the whole time. I mean, he might have gotten up and stretched a little bit, but there's also a gun sight up there. So
Yeah.
he wasn't dropping bombs. He was responsible.
Keeping an eye out.
Like everybody else.
And the guns on this were
They were
computerized,
They
right?
were.
Yeah. Holy cow. Definitely taking a picture from here. Wow.
Going home to find the rest of the money. To sit where the.
Oh yeah, right.
It's like, oh.
I'm gonna have to do a few more gigs for that one.
That's right.
Pull some more overtime. This is incredible.
I'm gonna reach across, but stay where you're at.
I will.
I'm good if you're good.
I'm fine.
Man, you are something else. Boom.
I know you guys are Texans.
This is incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Are you biting you solo?
Wow.
I'll tell you, man. What you do is one at a time.
Man, for modern pilots, it's got to be disconcerting to have to trust all of your engine controls to somebody else. Like, you don't get this. That's got to freak you out a little.